Hey guys, welcome back. So I got a lot of requests on how to properly ship and package your pots for shipping. So this is going to be like the down and dirty way, quick ninja way of wrapping your pots to give to your friends and family and loved ones. So these are little techniques that I picked up when I worked for a framer, a small business frame company who had a really fast and high turnaround and then an ungodly amount of customers for how few people there were working in the shop. And I did a lot of the packaging for frame. So what you want to do when you're shipping your pottery, glass, anything fragile like that, you want to float it. And that just basically means like double box it. So I'm gonna, hopefully this will be kind of quick, but you never know. Hopefully I have all the tools that I need. So we'll get to it. So I'm gonna start with these little guys, because honestly I think these are a little bit easier than these ones. So first I'm gonna take some newspaper. I like using a combination of new and used materials, but again, I like to be very eco-conscious. I like to use as little plastic as possible, but sometimes you just can't get away from it. But I have done this before without using any plastic, and I'll just leave that up to you. So we're gonna start with some newspaper for some padding, and I'm gonna put it in between these nice little nestling pieces. These pieces nestle, so that makes it really nice to ship. Another key thing when shipping glass and pottery and ceramics is you don't want it to move or wiggle at all. If it wiggles or moves at all, it's gonna break. So, and you want to fill every cavity as much as possible. So we're gonna start with the top here, and we're gonna squish all of that in there, make it nice and dense, and of course wrap it around. And then put the tail ends again inside the cavity. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then if you shake it, you shouldn't feel anything rattle at all. So that's the key. You know, shake it vigorously, and so you will know, you know, this will hold up in shipping. So that's kind of like the key thing. You can take another extra precaution. We can use like bubble wrap that I cut up here, and I like this stuff because it has the little sticky adhesive. So again, I'm gonna put my pot, put the tail ends in, wrap it up, just to be safe. And then I'm gonna take this adhesive, pull that off, make it nice and tight. You want to be tight, but not too tight where it hurts your pots. I have wrapped pots before too tight, and they did break while I was wrapping them, and that's always a nightmare. Now we're gonna take some tape. You know, I hate it, but I don't like the idea of all the baby sea turtles and baby albatrosses, so there's got to be a better way. But again, quick, dirty, ninja status. Tape. So this is gonna be our first layer, if you will. So that's nice. Okay, great. So next, cardboard. Let's see, I have something cut out somewhere. Here we go. I typically always ship with the flat rate boxes with the United States Postal Service, because I've already paid my taxes and I love the service that they provide. And if it wasn't for the United States Postal Service, things like Amazon wouldn't exist. So we all need to support our local mail system more, I believe. So I love them. I've had great success with them, with everything I've shipped. So please, you know, it's one of the many things that made America so great, our postal service. So cardboard piece. This might be a little bit too big. Let's go to this one. Oh, that might be a little bit too small. So one thing I like to take note of is the direction of the cardboard, of the corrugation here. So it goes this way, so it has easy folding that way. So, you know, there's a little bit too much here, so let's just go ahead and cut it down. I don't need this whole thing, and we're just going to cut it. Another thing that's also important when you're wrapping your pots is you really want to listen, for the lack of a better word, to what you're doing, what the pot wants to do, what the cardboard wants to do. So see how this cardboard naturally wants to fold, so go with that. So I have these natural little folds, and I'm just going to wrap it up just like that. Done. Right? Tape it up. Okay, So we're gonna tape it, and again, I like to pull it tight. Okay, so again, listening to what we have, this is too much cardboard, but you know, it's okay if you like the extra padding to help to protect your pieces. But so one thing to notice are these natural folds that happen when you fold it up. So that means that's where the cardboard wants to fold naturally. So just go ahead and cut along those lines. And let's see, one more natural line. Easy peasy, right? Support your piece from underneath because it is floating in case you push it. And I just pushed down the first fold. Easy peasy, right? And then I would push the pot all the way to that fold. So it's nice, no room, no wiggle room. That's the key, no wiggle room. If anything wiggles or moves at all, it's gonna break in the shipping. So just make sure it doesn't wiggle. Okay, and we will tape that end. Nice. Done. Okay, so again, too much cardboard. I like less, but if you're worried, you can keep it. It doesn't hurt. It's just more shipping costs. And it doesn't really hurt, again, with the priority mailboxes. But I'm just worried about everything fitting in my flat. I think it will fit. So again, I'm just cutting around on those natural folds. Just cut on that fold. That natural fold that happened. Cut. So then I'm just gonna continue it. And now same thing, I'm going to put that cardboard in there. And this one, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and tuck that in and around in between the cardboard and the pot. So no wiggle room, and then just go around and keep folding. And I'm just folding down the excess cardboard because it just again adds a bit of a cushion or a bumper barrier. The idea with the floating or the double boxing your pots is that accidents happen, things drop. So you want to give enough room in the pot to withstand like a puncture. Like if something accidentally punctures the box and goes through, it gives it room. The cardboard and your packaging will take that impact and not your pot. Same thing with the drop. All that packaging and the helps to keep it from breaking in the process. And you just fold it naturally, again, quick and dirty. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be so much fun unwrapping these when your loved ones get these. So just like that. And then I'm kind of a bit OCD, you know, and it's something I've really learned to deal with over the years. You know, where do I put that attention to detail? So I tend to overdo things, but by wrapping up so many pots, I've learned like where I can, that it doesn't really need to be perfect all the time. So I probably use too much tape, but again, I don't want this to fall apart. I hate the fact that baby sea turtles are going to eat this later. It just really upsets me. So box one for that piece. Again, I like to use the flat rate shipping boxes. So they're great. I put my little fragile stamp all the way around. Make sure you do that because even though with the flat rate shipping you get the insurance and you can tell them it's fragile, it's just always a good idea because, you know, when people see the fragile written all over it, they just, they just know not to, you know, that somebody took that extra time and care to write that all over to make sure. And I write it literally on all of the sides. So let's make our box, flat rate box, put it on the ground, piece of tape, and that's just to hold it. And again, I'm probably going to put a lot more tape later, but that's just holder place. So I want to make sure that this fits, and you always want to make sure that your outside box is bigger than, and this is good. This is plenty of room. This is perfect. So I still have room for these guys, so that's great. My little note. So same thing. So with these guys, you know, there's a couple of options. We can nestle them inside of each other, but let's see. It's a little hard to say. They fit so well together. Oops. So if you're ever in doubt, you know, if you're trying to save on time or materials, or ease. Sometimes that just ends up costing you way more in the end. So maybe let's just do them separately. So again, I take a newspaper and I completely fill this cavity so it's a solid object, if you will. Nice and solid. Solid. And the thing I love too about shipping pots is I can put little gifts inside and little notes, because it's a wonderful vessel to carry things, even in the mail. So then, let's take our nice little bit of bubble wrap, if you will. Because I don't want it to break, and you know, they don't want it to break either, the post office. You know, so I hope they don't mind. Actually, postmen and women have told me that this is the way I should be doing it, double wrapping things. Yeah, so people at the post office actually told me that, you know, just do this. And like I said, I love the flat rate shipping. You know, you can fit up to like 50 pounds. So then, nice and tight, like a nice stinky baby diaper, if you will. Nice and tight so those smells don't get out. And I pull, you know, I pull because I don't want wiggle room. I want it to be nice and dense, nice and dense. Let's see if this piece of cardboard will work. This one's odd because it's a triangle, but again, you know, just pay attention to the shapes that you have naturally. So have that nice edge and maybe that corner and this corner, and just roll it. I just rolled it. And you know what? You know, it'd be smart to do? Let's make this 2 strips instead. So I'm going to cut out another strip of cardboard. Thank you, Post Office, for providing everything you do. You help make my business great. Just like you guys watching this video help make my business great. Couldn't do it without you. So again, I'm just rolling. Just rolling. Rolling it up. Roll it up. Roll. Tape, tape, tape. Again, holding it nice and tight. This helps sometimes if you have a buddy that can help you. So again, I rolled it. So this is going to be a 2 cardboard piece. So again, pay attention to these corners that naturally form. You know, why make more work for yourself? So just cut. And it's okay if you cut more, because it's all just going to fold over anyway. Oops. Cut, 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 cut. Cut, 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 cut. There you go. And now this side. Just where they're at. Easy peasies. Lemon go squeezies. As my beautiful baby lay niece, my baby niece, Alasia. I get some of the best sayings from her. She just has all the coolest sayings. And I can't remember. I think she's in her Jazzariah, my eldest niece. She, I believe, is in the 3rd grade. So Lay's got to be in like 1st or 2nd. So I got these little corners. That's okay. It's okay. Just go with it. I hope you can see. Silly tapes. Silly, silly tape. Corners are important to protect because, again, those are the corners of your pots. If you have sharp corners, like 90-degree angles, 45s, those tend to chip and break. So you always want to make sure to really protect those. Oops. Next piece of tape. It's a good workout. Holding this box together. There. See? Ridiculous amount of tape, but hey, you know, I'm late on shipping these anyway, and I don't have a better solution. So I'm just, again, covering that corner the best I can. Hold it down. Ugh. Silly tape. Okay. There we go. And I like to, again, pull the tape tight. Tight, 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 tight. And it's going to need some support. So do one like on a cross section or on a perpendicular to help hold that in place. And then, of course, always do like at least a once all the way around. And if you have complicated shapes like this, it's good to do it in a couple of directions At least 2. Ha 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 ha! So I have a little give here, so put another little piece of tape right on that. Good job. Good job, guys! Are you following along with your crazy pots? So, yay, I still have room for the last piece, and that's good. So I think that looks good. So now, last one. This one I think will be easier because we have a nice square shape going into a square box. So that is just wonderful. And same thing. Wrap up your pot. Fill up that cavity. Make sure it's filled and dense. Add more paper. And it's still kind of... Add more. Paper! Wonderful paper! Paper is wonderful because it decomposes. And I heard most of the trees that we used to make paper are farmed. So I kind of feel like by not using paper, you're kind of denying their whole existence. But you know, you gotta pick and choose your battles in life, right? So I have this nice piece of square, yay! And I'm just gonna put that just right on top. I have a bigger box on top and the smaller one. So I'm just gonna put it there. Actually, let's just start at the edge. So I'm starting at the edge again, and then fold. And make sure it's nice and tight, and fold. There, yay! I like easy pieces. Easy peasies. Lemon go squeezies. Thank you, Lele. My beautiful Lele. All my pieces are beautiful. Because they look just like me, I gotta say. So same thing, we're gonna look again at these corners that naturally formed while we were wrapping up the pot. And so just cut them. And be careful too, like, especially like in the holidays, if you're doing like a lot of wrapping. I've actually cut myself on cardboard. So be careful, take your time. This should be enjoyable, you know, because I think people really enjoy unwrapping gifts. So it's fun to wrap them. So have fun, get a cup of tea. Oops, sorry. So again, I cut at those corners and I am just gonna fold, fold, fold. Easy peasy, right? Fold. And then, oh, look at that. I'm so smart. Oh, yay. Making life easy. So I thought, there we go. Easy life. Easy peasies. Okay. I got a little bit of tape. I'm gonna need more tape. Okay, side one done. And then you can kind of fold down those corners if you so wish. So same thing, other side, I'm pushing in. Make sure that's nice and tight. Scissors. Cut at the corners, just the natural folds that happen. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's okay. You know, I've learned to put my OCD-ness on things that are more important, like my paintings and art and, you know, my paths of self-perfection. So, you know, the perfectionist side is a good tool and it's good to learn from perfection, but don't forget it's the hurdle to done. So, you know, don't be mean to yourself on your process because everybody has to start somewhere. You know, we have this problem with constantly comparing ourselves again to the greats like Da Vinci and Einstein and like Van Gogh and like Musashi and, you know, great kings and stuff. But, you know, we look at it from an outsider's perspective and with time. You know, it took much time for them to get where they're at. So don't be mean to yourself. It just takes time. If you want to get good at anything in life, it just takes time and a willingness to try. It helps to have talent, because that helps, you know, to give you the desire. But you don't have to have talent. You know, you can just do it simply because you enjoy. So I wrapped one piece of tape all the way around one direction, and then I'm going to go in a perpendicular direction to that one, so 90 degrees to that, and make sure that goes all the way around. I like to always, the best I can, have tape stick to tape, because the like attracts like dissolves like attaches to like, so tape likes to stick to itself, as you've noticed. So yay! Okay, so shake, shake, shake. Okay, that's good. Let's shake all of these, make sure they're okay. Okay, I feel nothing. And this guy here too. Good, perfect. Now the second box. So we have 3 pieces. One thing I like to do sometimes, if I'm really worried about a piece, is I will lay some cardboard at the bottom to make sure it's okay and nice and solid. And it don't matter. Let's just rip it. Ah, whatever. Oh, it's because of the tape, that's why. Okay, well, it still helps. Okay, let's do this one this way. I'm going up those corners to just support. And then, and if you want, you know, we can put like some newspapers on the bottom for a little bit of cushion. Again, just to give a little bit more puncture room, just in case somebody punts this box for whatever reason. And then I'm gonna, oh, my note. I'm gonna put my little note, my thank you note. Okay. And then boxes, and three. I have 3 pieces. So again, same thing, you don't want this to wiggle at all. So if you want to figure out the best way that they don't move. So, I mean, this is nice right here. I like that. So I'm going to take paper. And again, I'm adding more puncture room. Just think of it as puncture room. Worst case scenario, a metal beam's going to go through the box and hopefully stop at the cardboard before it reaches your piece. So paper, I crumple it up again, like cushioning room, like just like the crush zone of a car. Same idea. You want, cars are made to crush on impact to save the passengers inside. So same idea. So we're going to put impact filler, for the lack of a better word. All the way around the edges. Oops, and I have a little bit of space down there. I have a little corner. Let's go up that way. Okay. I have more room in here. Put that room. Again, this is all crunch room. And then in between these 2 boxes here, I'm going to add some crunchies. Add your crunchies. That's the technical scientific term. Crunchies! So I'm tucking that underneath the piece because there's a cavity in between this box and this box. So just filling up all those cavities. Yeah, fill them up good. And you could crumple cardboard into these bigger spaces, again, to provide that crunch room or support. But paper works fine. Okay. And then I need a little bit more crunch room on that side. Crunch room! Crunchies! Yay! So we're almost there. And then you need crunch room on top. You just make it fluffy. It's a weird combination between like fluffy and dense. You want it to be fluffy, but you want it to be dense. Okay, I think. Okay, I felt a little bit of space in between the lid here and my crunch layer. So I'm just gonna put more crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch. Fold, fold, fold. Good. Okay, so now we are going to tape. Oops. And now you want to do at least one all the way around. Oh no, silly tape. Why are you so silly? It don't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. I've already spent way too much time on this. You know? So sometimes it's just like, how much am I really getting paid for this? Oh no, we're out of tape. That's fine. And I don't want you to... Let me get another roll of tape real quickly. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. Can't remember which direction we were going. Oh well, I'll just do another one. It don't matter. Because nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters to me. Just remember that. Nothing really matters. There. And just because I'm OCD, I just a weirdo. So that's it, guys. That's the down, dirty, quick ninja packaging. You know, and that should survive. I mean, I've heard of my boxes being counted across warehouses and surviving just fine. So, and again, I like to again just kind of press down, make sure that there's no tape that's not adhering to the box. And then last thing, and that's good. I didn't feel anything move at all. So that is perfect. Done. That is how you package your pots. I hope this helped, guys. Again, keep telling me what you're struggling with or what you want to learn, and we'll get back to clay videos, but I hope this helps. This is probably one of the things I have been asked the most, is how to package your pots. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful day.